this month's BOMA Talk Hour. Before we start this off, this is recorded, so if we can ask everybody to please turn off their cameras and put themselves on mute, it would be much appreciated.
Bye-bye. There goes everyone. Okay. Good afternoon and welcome to BOMA Talks, an hourly monthly series where we get to know and learn from fellow BOMA Metro Detroit members. This special series will help us grow our network of colleagues and build lasting relationships. My name is Star Masella and I'm the property manager at Liberty Property and Asset Management.
And my name is Susan Light, and normally I do have my BOMA Talks behind me, but it wasn't working today. And I'm the business development manager at Garterville Security Services. As co-chairs of BOMA Metro Detroit's Communication Committee, we will be your BOMA Talks host for today. BOMA, it's going to be one of those days. BOMA Talks is part of the sponsor partner program, and we want to give a special thanks to our cornerstone sponsor, Spartan Paving, and our supporting sponsor, Balfour USA. We would like to give a huge thank you to all our members for joining us today. So let's get started.
Okay, this month we have the privilege to introduce you to April BOMA Talks members, Karen Meyer, BOMA Metro Detroit President-elect and Executive Director, Asset Manager with HJH Investments. Sorry, it's hard to see through my green highlights. John Debrecht from Spartan Paving, Brooke Baker with Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, and Natalie Kayua from North Point KC.
So once again, for all those that are not speaking, if you could please keep your cameras off and your microphones muted. We'd like to start off this month and introduce Karen Meyer with HJH Investments. So Karen, welcome. If you can come on camera. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good. Thanks. How are you today?
I'm fabulous. So could you tell us a little bit about who you are, your company, and then actually the aspects of BOMA that have enhanced your life throughout the years that you've been here?
Sure. So my name's Karen Meyer, as you nicely introduced. My company is HJH Investments. We are a real estate loan syndicator headquartered out of Wichita. However, I work here in our Metro Detroit office in Southfield. We own about 4.5 million square feet of real estate throughout the Midwest and Texas. And I work as our Director of Asset Management, overseeing leasing, property management, accounting, lender items, things like that for our company. So we engage several third-party managers, many of them who are in fact BOMA members throughout Metro Detroit and really the United States, to manage our buildings, take care of the facility management of our buildings, and then we handle all of the back of the house type things within our own organization and through our own team. And then with regards to BOMA, I became involved with BOMA probably about, I would say 8 years ago. Was running a team of property managers, and the company that I was working for at that time really enjoyed bringing in younger folks to our team and sort of training them up. And so one of the things about BOMA that was so intriguing to me and I was so grateful for was their educational programs. And so I pushed my team through the foundations of BOMA classes, which if anybody hasn't taken them, are so great to get a very baseline overview of what is involved in the property management world and those roles. And then through our PA classes, and had a great time engaging and networking with people in the BOMA organization through some of the social events that we do, and then joined the board of directors in 2017 or 2018. I can't really remember what year. So lots of time spent with the BOMA family for sure.
So I have a question. Going back, you managed how many properties or square feet? What did you say?
Our company has about 4.5 million square feet of real estate throughout the US.
Wow. So with that, do you do a lot of, well, after we spoke briefly, how much traveling do you do?
I do a lot of traveling. So we only have 3 or 4 properties here in Michigan, and some of them are in the northern part of Michigan as well. So I am probably on the road, I would say a week to 10 days per month, along with other folks on my team. And I like to say, like, today is an office day, so I get to actually do work, even though I got home last night at 11 o'clock from a business trip that I was on since last Sunday. So, it's definitely a mixture when you have properties that are spread around the country. Got to do a lot of time management.
Can only imagine. So what has been your worst experience and what has been your best experience in doing what you do? Can you give us an example
Wow.
of
Um, I don't know if I would say I have a worst experience. I mean, I've worked in this property management world for more years than I like to even really admit at this point in time. And so, there's aspects of the business that you certainly like or don't like more than other things. My favorite part of the business is dealing with tenants and tenant relations and really being able to dig in and solve problems where you can solve problems for people, help them to find their business homes and where they want to be. And I don't know, I don't know necessarily that I would say I have a worst experience. We all have those tenants, I'm sure that
Yes.
yeah, see,
Yes, we
you're
do.
laughing. You know exactly what I'm going to say. We all have
Yes.
those tenants that maybe we would prefer to not have to deal with. But on good days, I like to tell myself and my team that that's why we're here. That's why we have jobs, right? If everybody did what we wanted and there were no problems and our buildings worked all the time, we wouldn't really have jobs to do. So we need those people out there too.
Mhm. Perfect. And with BOMA, in regards to that, can you tell me, because I'm relatively new, been with BOMA almost a year, what are some of your favorite events in the past that you have gone to? Whether it be the golf outing, Toby Awards, what were some of your favorite ones?
So I think I would say I'm not a golfer, so I'm probably gonna
Me
have the
neither.
unpopular opinion of I've been to the golf outing. I enjoy the golf outing. I like to ride around in a golf cart on a beautiful day. But I think the trade fair, which is coming up, I think it's such a great and casual environment to say to some of your vendors, meet some new vendors, seek out those people that you're looking when you need to do a asphalt project or you have some building facade work or something that you need to do, and just a relaxed, nice kickoff to spring. So I really love the trade fair, and some of the social events. Toby's, I do love the Toby Awards as well. I think it's a great program for buildings and it allows people to sort of have a checklist to get their buildings in that A+ condition. And so the Toby Awards is also one of my favorite events of the year. And again, I go back to the educational stuff. I really enjoy just hearing people speak and learning about new things or current things that are going on. We just had BOMA Mega Education, and that was a great day with some really great speakers. And so just again, being with that BOMA family and hanging out with everybody is something that has grown near and dear to me.
And that speaks the truth. I was put on the Toby judging. That's how I met Star. We met on a rooftop. Well, actually, we met in a lobby. And and I think we met Rick there as well. So that was, how we have evolved and met so many different people as well. So I appreciate all that. And if you could, let me know, just a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, maybe went to school, family, friends. That would be great.
Sure. So I grew up here in Metro Detroit. I left for a few years and went down to Florida and came back. And I know that that seems crazy because who would go to Florida in the warm weather and then come back to Michigan? But grew up here my whole life in Sterling Heights and then Shelby Township. I live in Commerce Township now with my significant other who's wonderful, and I have a stepdaughter. Oh, well, okay. We're neighbors. We didn't even know.
We're neighbors. We're going to talk offline. See, you don't know what you don't know until you come on BOMA Talks.
It's true. Okay. It's true. So yeah, I went to school at the University of Michigan and then got my MBA from the U of D Mercy. So I am a very local centric girl. Have a home that we are redoing up north. So that's our current project. That takes up most of our weekends and our time, and love Michigan, love boating and water and outdoors and up north. And so that's a little bit about me.
Oh, that's perfect. I have a neighbor. See, didn't even know that. We can do coffee. We'll do lunch, we'll do coffee, and we'll hang out.
For sure.
Yes, definitely. So I appreciate your time. I know you're extremely busy. It is a pleasure to meet you. This way is a fabulous way to meet. So thank you again. And if there's anything you want to end on a note on, anything about the BOMA in one sentence, that would be great. Do you have some news or something to tell you?
I have no exciting news to share.
No exciting news. Okay.
I appreciate your time today too. I think this is wonderful. I love seeing all the folks that are on here and meeting our BOMA members. I think you guys are doing a great job, and I appreciate your time today too.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
so everybody,
Karen.
That was Karen with HJH Investments. And now we're going to go on to a quick BOMA message. And Karen said it perfectly. Save the date. The trade fair is actually a week from Friday, May 3rd, the Cinco de Mayo theme. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm getting prepared. I'll be the one in the sombrero hat, so you'll be able to find me. Just so you know, we have 59 vendors that will be attending. Make sure that you invite people to register for the free event, coworkers, friends, anybody that might benefit from this amazing list of vendors. And it's at Eastern Market. We will see you then, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So stay tuned.
So next up, we would like to introduce John Debrecht with Spartan Paving. Are you on, John? I don't know where John went. Maybe John went MIA on us.
Hey, Star, John shows on hold. How do you get him off a hold? Is he on hold, or do you have him on hold, Rick?
He is on hold on his end.
All right, let me text him really quick.
I was gonna say, maybe we skip.
Yeah, go to the next one.
Okay.
Go to the next one, Susan.
Okay, you got it. Okay, give me 2 seconds, and we're gonna go fast forward. So now, sorry, Brooke, but you're going next.
Wake up, Brooke.
Wake up, Brooke. And now I'd like to introduce Brooke Baker with Blue Sky Restoration. Hey, Brookie, thank you for joining.
Hello.
Sorry to switch you in that format, but can you tell us a little bit about who you are, what Blue Sky Restoration does, and we'll talk a little bit about BOMA. So I'm gonna let you have the floor.
Yeah, sounds good. Hello, everybody. I'm Brooke Baker. I work for Blue Sky Restoration Contractors. Obviously, restoration is in our name. So for those who don't know what restoration is, because transparency, I had no idea when I got hired what restoration was. So we fix broken buildings. So we kind of serve in the emergency services in terms of floods, fire, smoke, storm damage, anything your building needs, we do. So yes, restoration's in our name, but we are a full turnkey company. So we also do environmental. So that's your mold, asbestos, lead, biohazard. It happens. We're those people that help you with that. We also have a roofing division as well. I like to say insurance roofing, just because it just makes the most sense for us. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste anybody else's time. So insurance roofing is where we can most help you out. Anything from capital improvement jobs, laborers. I mean, honestly, truly anything that your building would need, we're able to help you with. So we try very hard to do, everything and be your one-stop shop.
Perfect. And you and I have met before, so and I've been to the office, and you've had that great event, Galentine's Day, which was fabulous.
Yes.
Thank you. Can you tell me, I know we've spoken quite a few times. Blue Sky is where where is it located?
Yeah, so Blue Sky was actually founded in 2004. So we're a large corporate company. We were founded by two insurance adjusters, and they were basically like, "Oh, we don't like the way that all these restoration companies are doing it. We can do it better." So they actually founded Blue Sky in Denver. Started off with, I think it was like 15 employees. That's where our headquarters is today. But now we have close to 70 locations across the US. So we are a large corporate company. We are a little bit newer to Michigan. So our office in Wixom that you came to is actually what we classify as a green field. So we weren't a merger acquisition. We didn't, just get acquired. We actually started from the bottom up. So means our jobs are a little bit harder, but honestly, it's really awesome just to see how successful we've been in the last 2 years. It hasn't even been 2 full years yet. It will be this summer. So I'm really excited to be a part of the team. I've only been a part of Blue Sky for, I guess, coming up on 10 months now. But I'm really excited to see the future and what it all holds for us.
So since you've been there, I'm going to ask you the question. And put it in a different way. Of all the jobs you've had, what has been the most difficult, and what has been like your perfect job? And then we can talk about the weather after that.
Ooh, does a perfect job exist though? Pros and cons to everything, right? I mean, to be completely honest, this has been the toughest job I've had. I didn't really have any experience. I guess we should start with my background. So my background is in veterinary medicine. So I was in, veterinary medicine for close to 7 years. So that was my perfect job, right? Not even close. Wow. But that's where my passion lies, is with animals and helping and all of that. So I guess you could say that was like my perfect job. So the transition into this has been very challenging for me, but it's been great because I've been able to grow exponentially. I'm a completely different person than I was, 5 years ago. It's been hard, but very rewarding as well.
So I'm going to go under the assumption that you love storms.
Ice.
A lot of rain.
We do a lot of rain dances over here.
Wind,
Yes.
a lot of snow.
Bad plumbing.
Yep.
And bad plumbing.
Yep, those are
Poor
great
stuff.
days for us. Yes. Unfortunately for you, but yes, but we're there to help you. So yes, absolutely.
And so did you grow up in the area? Are you from here, Michigan?
So I've been in Michigan since third grade. I was actually born in Indiana, and moved here third grade. So I've been here ever since. It's not my cup of tea, but I'm here for the long run. All of our families are here. My husband's family is here. My family, all immediate. Like, we're not going anywhere. If it was up to me, I'd probably be headed Colorado to the mountains. Like, I'm a mountain girl through and through. So, but we're here. We make do.
It's funny. Everybody's like, yeah, we're all in Michigan and, there's a chance to leave. And it's like, you know what? I just can't do it.
Yeah.
So you've been with BOMA. And actually we met, actually with one of the first people that I met actually, at the Toby judging. I was the one that was late, of course.
Yes. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So, I mean, since then, I know you've attended a lot of the BOMA events. So what have been your favorite ones or the ones that you like the most or,
Yeah. So I haven't been able to experience
besides
all of
meeting
them.
me?
There you go. There you go.
And Star.
Yeah, honestly, I really enjoyed the Toby Awards. I wasn't able to fully engage in everything that it offered just because I had a lot of schedule conflicts, unfortunately. Being in emergency services, things don't always pan out the way that you plan. But I really appreciated the Toby Awards because it allowed me to get a different perspective on the property managers, right? And that's mainly who are my contacts is property managers, billing engineers, similar roles like that. So it was really nice for me to learn their perspective on things and everything they have to deal with on the day to day. And it just allowed me to learn a little bit and maybe be more empathetic or sympathetic to their situations. And I really appreciated the Toby Awards. I'm excited about the boat day. And I'm really excited about the trade fair. I've heard nothing but good things. The trade fair coming up. I wasn't with Blue Sky last year, so I didn't experience it. But I'm excited for those for sure.
Do you have a booth this year, Brooke?
We don't have a booth this year, but I will be there making my rounds, seeing everybody. So
You're gonna find myself in Star, right? Right.
Absolutely.
Star, are you wearing the sombrero hat too?
I'll be the one playing all the good music.
Yeah. She'll be playing
Love
the
it.
music. Yeah, we're excited about that. This will be my first time attending it as well. I've heard nothing but good things about it. And just out of curiosity, are you a golfer? Did you attend any of the other events in the past?
I think when I came on board, I was able to be at one of the golf events. I can't remember if I think it was BOMA's. But I kind of came into the end of the year, end of the season. So I don't know, but I do have a booth at both golf events this year. I started golfing when I started this job, if that tells you anything. I don't hate it by any means. I just haven't had the experience. So Brian, who is on this call, I believe he can attest to that. There's a lot of swing and misses, but we're getting better. So,
Well,
yeah.
I give you credit. I've tried once. My favorite part is driving the golf cart on the green. I heard it's a no now, but it's so much fun as you watch everybody scream at you as you drive by. So that's as far as I go with golf, golfing. But nope. Does somebody have their? Can you please mute? Hello. Thank you. Sorry about that. So is there any other possible things in the future with BOMA that will you be, maybe being part of the judging committee as well this year? So maybe we can get on the roof.
Yep, absolutely. I definitely plan on being a part of the Toby Awards this year. Knock on wood. I hope nothing comes up that I'm able to be fully engaged. I joined the new membership committee. So when that kind of starts to amp up a little bit, we'll be working with that. And honestly, any event that I'm able to attend to, I will definitely be there for BOMA.
Did you hear that, Rick Troy? I already signed her up for For the Toby judging already. Put her on the list.
Keep on doing the great work.
Thanks, Rick.
I'm just gonna sign him up as I talk to him. How's that? And is there any, being with Blue Sky, I know you've met a lot of interesting people. Is there anyone in particular or that you can think of that, that you met that stands out above anybody else in a job perspective?
Oh man, I can't put somebody on the spot. Honestly, I have learned so much with Blue Sky, and I have met so many amazing people. And one of the best things that I like about my job is I meet and I create genuine relationships. Even so many people on this call, I would call a true friend, and I'm really grateful for that. I try to be, as genuine as possible, and with that, I am able to form really true, great friendships. It doesn't even feel like work, and I think that that's the best part about my job. Other than, helping people, I need that to feel fulfilled. And this job, I get both of those things. So truly grateful for the people I've met so far.
Well, we love you. I know you were talking about me, but no, just kidding.
I love our girls' nights out. That's what I love.
Yes, absolutely.
I have to hop on one of those, definitely.
Yep.
But I appreciate your time. It's wonderful for that. Well, I already have met you, have known you for a while. Just to let everybody know who Blue Sky is, what you do. Oh, and one other thing, is there any, because I know, the girls, is there any certain, criteria that you're looking for, in your footprint for yourself?
Sure. So, I work with two other coworkers. The way that we kind of do it is we divvy up by building category in a sense. We kind of call them verticals. So I oversee our commercial division as well as hospitality. So that's going to be, your restaurants, hotels, lodging, all of that. So those are my verticals. That's kind of what I oversee and focus on. But
Perfect.
we oversee everything. So my counterparts work with insurance adjusters. We do healthcare, senior living, schools, multifamily. We don't really market to residential, but we absolutely do help out with residential as well. So, there's, if you have a building, we can help you. So.
Perfect. And I have met the other girls, fabulous team. If anybody has not met them, I highly suggest, having a one-on-one with everybody. And next year, I'm looking forward to Valentine's Day again.
You got
Definitely.
it. Absolutely.
Definitely. Well, thank you, Brooke. I appreciate the time. It's wonderful to learn more about Blue Sky, and thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, do we have John? John, are you here?
Oh, wait.
We have John, yes.
I'm here.
Oh, wait, can I do
we
the
got one
BOMA
more. Go ahead.
message?
Go ahead, Susan.
BOMA message. One last one, and this is a good one, guys. So just so everybody knows, the golf outing is sold out. There is no more spots. There is nothing available. It's sold out super, super fast. With that being said, Brooke brought up the boat outing, which is on June 19th on Lake St. Clair. And before you know it, probably within a week or so, that too will be sold out. So make sure, if you want to go boating on Lake St. Clair, have a great time, make sure you sign up ASAP, because before you know it, that's going to be sold out as well. And back to you, Star.
Okay, John. Are you there?
I'm here.
Excellent. Sounds like you're busy today.
I'm busy every day.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about Spartan Paving?
Okay, yeah, Spartan Paving is, we've been around for, 25 years or so. And, oh, I just broke my chair. And we are now, as of last week, based in Ortonville, Michigan. We do commercial asphalt paving, concrete paving, crack seal, seal coat,
You guys do
asphalt and
striping?
concrete maintenance basic. I'm sorry?
Do you do striping?
We do striping, yes.
So how long have you been with the company?
11 years.
11 years. How long have you been with BOMA?
Maybe 11 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you've probably attended a lot of events then.
Yes.
Okay. So do you mostly work with property management companies or do you do residential? Where's your sweet spot?
We don't really do residential. We work with a lot of property managers, a lot of individual building owners. That's largely our focus, yeah.
Okay. And you said you've been there for 11 years. Have you ever seen anything in your 11 years that has left you speechless?
I don't think so.
No. Any catch basins collapsing, anything like that?
Oh, no, yeah, here's a great story. Sure, yeah. So years ago, we were paving in a Kroger. Well, I had a longtime customer that had a Kroger in Southfield, and they had a catch basin that completely collapsed, turned into a sinkhole. And by the time I got there, the police were already there. There were helicopters overhead. A woman had drove her truck into the sinkhole. And the officer asked her, how did this happen? And she said, well, they didn't have it blocked off or anything. And he pointed in front of her car and he said, ma'am, there's a construction barrel under your car. So she drove right through it and ended up in the sinkhole.
Oh my gosh. Was her car totaled?
You know, I don't think so. I don't remember seeing it after they got it out, but it left a massive hole.
Okay. So where did you say that you were located? Did you just currently move or recently move?
Our office is just as of last week moved to Ortonville.
And where were you before?
Well, our business office was in Waterford and our yard and garage was in Clarkston.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we have consolidated everything into Ortonville.
What areas do you guys cover?
Basically from Monroe to Midland and from the water to, yeah, about Lansing.
Okay, so you'll pretty much go anywhere in the area.
Yeah.
Okay. So how
sure
you've
you
been
won't
with
do
BOMA for?
residential?
Oh.
You sure you want to do residential there?
I know a lot of people probably
Come
need
on,
their
John.
driveways done.
We aren't typically very competitive in the residential market, which is kind of where we stopped. We can do concrete on the residential market, but asphalt's really, really tough.
Oh, really? Okay, I might have to call you.
Okay.
I might have to call. But that was just a little side note. I'm asking for a friend, that's all.
So in your 11 years with BOMA, what has BOMA done for you in your business?
You know, it's funny, like I feel like we have been so tightly linked with BOMA over the years. I think maybe sometimes we forget to appreciate how much BOMA has done for us. I mean, I'm guessing maybe everybody on the call knows that Dan Fitzgerald used to be our owner. So he certainly did a really good job of pushing us into all the events and things like that. And our new ownership maybe wasn't as on board with BOMA when they took over. So us being the cornerstone sponsorship this year is kind of finally maybe catching back up to where we were before after years of telling them that we weren't comfortable with what our relationship was with BOMA.
Okay. And do you usually attend the trade fairs?
Always, yeah.
Yes. That's always a really, really good time. Anybody who hasn't registered yet, by the way, please register so that Rick can get a count of how many people will be there. Side note. Well, is there any event that stands out to you that was your favorite BOMA event?
I mean, I think that the trade fair is, I mean, it's the one that we can't miss. You know, we make in fact, we had a meeting at the office yesterday and planning on the, you know, for the theme and everything else and, you know, what we're going to bring. That's the one we can't miss. We normally, attend the golf outings and, we attended the cornhole event this year, which was a lot of fun. I think sometimes we can get a little bogged down because we're so busy. We're starting to, build a staff back up. So maybe we've got the manpower to attend more events, but that's been the bigger issue is we've had to kind of be selective on what we could attend just because we're just so busy.
Right. Do you feel that you get a lot in return from BOMA as far as new customers, things like that?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's good.
He's got me.
Susan's house,
Yes, please.
who we know lives in Commerce. So if you guys service
How
Commerce.
about that,
you-
Karen? Right.
All right, John, well, I'd like to thank you for your time today. And thanks for joining us. And we will do another BOMA message here. And I'm going to let you guys know it's never too early to start thinking about the annual Toby Awards. More details to follow on registration to enter your building for the 2024 Toby Awards. Contact Rick if you have any questions, and please start thinking about entering your buildings because last year we had a little bit of a shortage of buildings, and if you haven't been on the judging committee, I really highly suggest it. It is such a great learning experience, and I really got a lot out of it. I really did, and I think Susan, you did too, especially coming from the vendor side of it.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. And I met some great people there. And we had some great coffee. Were we at Trevor's place?
Yeah,
Was that
I think
Trevor's
so.
coffee? Yeah. Yeah, I had some great coffee there. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, and for our final BOMA Talks guest this month, we would like to introduce Natalie, and I know I'm going to mess it up. So if you want to go ahead and say it, so I don't mess it up again.
You're good. It's Kayua.
From North Point, KC. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about North Point, KC?
Yes. Okay, so I am currently a property manager here in Detroit for North Point Development. Our headquarters is in Kansas City. So our Detroit office is a satellite office. It's all the development team. There's about 8 boys and then me. I'm the only property manager up here. So, but we actually are hiring a property manager. So if anyone ever knows anyone and want to forward them my way, they'd be based here in the Detroit office, but managing the Chicago portfolio. So there would be travel, but anyway, yes, our office is downtown, right in front of the Tiger Stadium. So I'm working from home today because it's a little chaotic with the draft down there.
Yeah, trying to get
down there. Yesterday, so many roads were closed. I'm like, I'm gonna work from home tomorrow. Yes.
I think you should the rest of the week.
Yeah, the rest of the week.
I think you should.
Yes. But a little bit about North Point Development. Our bread and butter is industrial property, Class A industrial property. We develop it all in-house. We lease it and then manage it. So our goal is kind of to hold it in the long term. We are a fairly new company, about 12 years old, but we work pretty fast. We already are the largest industrial developer in the country. I think we've developed 150 million square feet so far. So we definitely have our system and do it pretty quickly. We complete some build-to-suit projects and are also looking to maybe get into some more third-party management rather than just managing all of our current assets. Currently, the Detroit portfolio specifically is 6 million square feet, and that was all developed within the last 4 years, so all our properties are fairly new. That may sound like a lot for just me to manage, but I only have like 25 tenants. So it's industrial, so each property's so big in square footage, but there might only be one tenant for the 1 million square foot property.
Gotcha.
So,
that makes sense. Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah. So industrial, the scale is always a little bit crazy, but when you break it down, it ends up not being too bad. So
right.
A lot of our tenants are all kind of in the automotive industry, 3PLs. We also have Amazons and Home Depots and things like that. But yes.
Okay. So I know you're not originally from here, right? You just moved back. And how long have you been back?
Well, I've never been to Michigan before, actually. I'm from Florida. I'm from Florida. I moved here in the fall, so I'm fairly new to Michigan. This is my first winter. I'm looking forward. I've never had a Michigan summer. Everyone keeps telling me the Michigan summers are the best. So
They are.
looking forward to that. But yes, my husband got a promotion that involved a relocation. So we all moved up here. But I've always been in commercial property management. So in Florida, I was with CBRE and Foundry Commercial. And in there, I did like Class A office building and retail. So this is like my first dive into industrial, really.
What's the biggest difference between Class A and industrial?
The neediness of the tenants. Also, the tenants have most of the responsibility. We just kind of take care of the common area. So that's a big shift as well versus managing every single little thing is our responsibility. So, it's actually, honestly, sometimes I don't hear from my tenants enough. Like they kind of don't tell me things often, like they just do things on their own. So which is quite opposite from office. I would hear from them like daily. So
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because I do have one warehouse style building out of all 15 buildings I manage, and like when something goes wrong, it's really wrong. Usually like a
Mhm.
garage door has fallen on someone or someone crashed through the building. It's always
Mhm.
something very major. When it's the Class A, you get a lot more like tedious little things I noticed. But my warehouse, I don't hear from them until something is in dire straits.
yeah, unless something's really wrong, then they'll call you.
Mhm.
So I try to like peek in and stop in once a month and kind of see what's going on. And then usually when you're there in person, they might have a laundry list for you, but otherwise they'll just deal with it. And when something explodes, you'll hear.
Yeah, literally.
Yes.
That's exactly right. And so when did you join BOMA?
I joined BOMA right at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
So I was in BOMA in Florida in the Palm Beach as well. So I am familiar with BOMA. I have competed and entered building. They're very big on the Tony Awards there. They talk about it like it's like their big event. So yes, I was in BOMA in Palm Beach for like 3 years, but I just joined here in January. So
Oh,
Oh, there she is. She's
I
back.
think we lost
You
you for
froze
a
for a second.
oh, sorry.
Are you going to be attending the trade fair?
I am planning to, yes.
Okay, good. It's a very good event. You'll meet a lot of people, get a lot of resources. It'll be to your advantage for sure. Okay, well, we're glad to have you. I guess.
I got
Oh, you got a question? Okay.
I got a question. Since you were in BOMA 3 years, is there anything that, from Florida, is there any difference that you can tell as of now? I know you've been here only a short time, but are we better?
I'll have to report back after I come to some more events. They don't have this monthly talk, which I think is really interesting and helpful to get to know each other. But they do like a lot of cocktail hour events or luncheons or stuff like that, sponsored by some of the vendors or things like that. They try to do those monthly, but I think this is awesome to get to know each other. But yeah, I'll have to report back at the end of the year.
Okay.
I definitely
Okay,
think
well,
I would love to enter some of our industrial properties though. So I'd love to hear how that process is up here. It might be a little different. So
I
Hear
think
that,
Rick
Rick?
is your guy.
Duly
Yeah,
noted.
we're
We're looking
working it.
forward to that, Nally.
All right, well, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up. Susan, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, so we would like to thank all of our BOMA Talk guests today for giving us the insights on their company. It was a pleasure. Absolutely, it was. It was fun getting to know everybody during this time. God, Karen, we're going to have coffee and see, you never know what you're going to find out when you're on BOMA Talks. A recording of this month's BOMA Talks will be available in our newsletter and on our website. Maybe next time I'll be able to get my BOMA Talk sign back on. We hope you learned as much as we did from our speakers today. And once again, we'd like to thank Karen Meyer, with HJH Investments. Oh, I get John's last name. And Karen, if you can pop on camera as well, John DeBretch. Did I do it right? John, if you can pop back on from Spartan Paving.
We got Brooke Baker with Blue Sky Restoration and Natalie Kalawa. I give up. From
Natalie,
North Point, KC. You didn't break it down, Susan, on all of these, just the first
you
one.
know what? We're just gonna call you Natalie Kalua. Is that okay with you if we say
Yeah, that was Brooke's idea. We're just gonna call you
It was
Kalua.
Brooke's idea. We're gonna, or call her Natalie K. We're
Yeah, there
gonna
you
get
go.
it.
K's
We're gonna
fine.
get
There you go.
it. Natalie K.
Well, we look forward to our next BOMA Talks hour. Do we know when that is yet? We don't pick a date yet.
That's gonna
It
be
will
in
be
May.
in May. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I am Star Masella.
And I'm Susan Light, and we
And they
known as
are
Team
Starlight Productions.
Starlight. So thank you for joining us today. We will see you guys next month, but before that, we will see you guys a week from Friday on May 3rd to celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
So bring your Mexican themed whatever, and we're gonna have some fun.
Sounds
Thanks
you
good.
everyone
all.
for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
And we have stopped